to them to this end, that men ought always to pray and not faint. So he established that if you must survive, you will need to consistently be in the mood of prayer. In fact, the mood of prayer should be your life, should be your natural mood. I once knew someone who his natural mood, anytime you see him, is high. If he's not high, he's sick. Anytime he cannot be caught not being in that mood. His natural mood is high. When you greet him, the way he talks, you know that's kind of, you know that he has taken one shot. If he's not in that mood, he's sick. Maybe he could not go out to get. So Jesus is saying that the mood you should be, that should be your natural mood, is a mood of prayer. So that when we come to church, you are not telling us that let us be in the mood. No, you should be in the mood. In fact, it is the mood that should drive you to God's presence. I'm not saying every time you are praying loud, but in your heart, let no 5 minutes go without you in your heart saying, Father, I thank you. Lord, be glorified. That is it. So he established that we should always approach God. And you know the story that went on in that part about, he told this parable about a woman who went to a particular lord that was a wicked lord that avenged me of my adversaries. And the Bible said the man would not, but for the consistent troubling of the lady, the man had to, come up with help. But verse 10, he now was trying to explain how we should approach God. The mindset with which we should come to God. He said, 2 men went up into the temple to pray. Note that they went to the temple with the intention to pray. They didn't, not like some of people come to church to sleep or to play or to gossip or to do blah, blah, blah. They went to pray. I know sometimes you came to pray and sometimes you get tired, you are trying to sleep, and you fight it. I understand. These ones went to the temple to pray. He said, and one of them is a Pharisee, and the other a publican. Like you would say today, a public servant, a politician, a civil servant. I don't want to talk about civil servant, but I will say this, we're online, that they are one of the, if not the major problem, they are one of the problem of this nation. So that is to let you know that it didn't start today. When people call you, when you are a publican in those days, they know that you are a politician, and they know that being a politician, there's tendency that you are not clean. In fact, you are not clean. So one of them is a Pharisee, is a sect, a religious sect. The Pharisees are a religious sect in those days. So they are the religious people. They are the people you would say, okay, these ones they keep to the law. They are not lawless. They are modest. They are conservatives. They do things by the law. So they are never caught not doing what is not right, so to speak. So the two of them, so this is to look so that you know the personalities of these two persons. And so the Bible says, then that's in verse 11. Said the Pharisee, verse 11. The Pharisee stood and prayed this way. Prayed thus. In this what? With himself. He said, God. See, the way it started was powerful. He said, God. Jesus was teaching us to pray. He said, when you pray, you say, our Father. So it shows to us that he wanted to approach God. It was God he came to. He said, God, I thank you. He went through the procedures, coming before his presence with thanksgiving, entering his gates with praise. So he said, I thank thee. But look at what he now said. So listen, the fact that somebody is like we heard in the testimony, people can be saying, well done, Baba. And in their heart, they are cursing you. Their heart, their intentions is not to also, they say, Baba, you are trying. They are not appreciating you because you're actually doing well. They may be appreciating because they want to get something from you. So somebody who heard this man, probably you were passing by when he was praying, and he said, God, I thank you, and you passed, and you didn't hear the next thing. thought that that man was actually worshiping God, would have gone out to say, that man is a devout Christian. He prays well. He knows how to work. In fact, you would have confused that man to be a worshiper. He said, I thank thee, but look at what came next. He said, I am not as the other men are. So that was why he was thanking God. That